Welcome everyone to a presentation on lean manufacturing. My name is Matthew, and I'm going to introduce you to the concept and history of lean manufacturing. Dave M. is going to follow up with what lean manufacturing is today. After Dave, Sammy's going to address different practices and tools used in the lean manufacturing process. Evelyn will then give an analysis on the strengths and weaknesses associated with lean manufacturing. Dave T. is going to give us some real-world examples where lean manufacturing has been implemented successfully. And finally, Mackenzie is going to wrap it up for us. In order to understand lean manufacturing, it's important to know what everyone else was doing. You know, what the industry standard was at the time. During the 1940s, MRP, or Material Resource Planning, was pretty standard in Western society. It was based on philosophies Henry Ford established in 1913 with the assembly line. With mass production come a few downsides, though. When one is producing components in large batches, you typically end up with large inventories, and most of the producers at the time preferred large production over customer preferences. That leads to another downside to the assembly line, which is that there's no availability for customization. People put stuff on the line, it goes down, they put it together, and that's what you get is what you get. Technology began improving rapidly in the 20th century, though, and as processes became more simplified and technologies more advanced, the margins between competitors decreased. This left businesses looking for ways to relieve pressure on the profit margins. Enter lean manufacturing. Lean manufacturing originated in Japan within Toyota in the 1940s. The Japanese auto industry faced a massive task after World War II when it came to competing with established American automotive companies like GM, Ford, and Chrysler. They knew that copying their methods wouldn't enable them to catch up, and in order to compete, the Japanese would have to work smarter. The concept was to produce at a continuous flow without needing long production lines to be efficient. Cutting down the time and space to produce a product added value to the end customer. The main goal was to provide a high-quality system that produced finished products with little or no waste to match customer demand. Little by little, through many small changes, the Toyota Production System, or the TPS, evolved and provided a tool that used innovation and common knowledge, and that functioned well in an environment with different cultural values compared to the Western Hemisphere. Only in 1965, when the system was rolled to Toyota suppliers, was the TPS begin to be documented. And it was largely unnoticed until 1973 when the oil crisis affected the global automotive industry. The performance gaps between Toyota and other car makers were highlighted in the 1990s and 1990 in the book The Machine That Changed the World, in which the term lean production was coined. James Womack, an MIT instructor, authored the book based on a 5-year study of the automotive industry and where the automotive industry was heading. He highlights how Toyota took a look at the model set by Henry Ford and refined it to the lean process it was at the time. So what is lean manufacturing? The definition is an integrated socio-technical system whose main objective is to eliminate waste by concurrently reducing or minimizing supplier, customer, and internal variability. The principles of lean manufacturing were defined by Womack in 1990 in his book, The Machine That Changed the World, as the identification of value, elimination of waste, and generation of flow. He later co-authored a book with Jones in 2003, expanding on those to the 5 points listed: identifying customer-defined value, optimizing the value stream, converting the value flow smoothly by controlling and eliminating wastes, activating the demand pull by synchronizing customer demand and information flow, and perfection of all products, processes, and services. These principles guide the elimination of waste and the simplification of all manufacturing and support processes. Lean manufacturing is simply about removing wastes, those activities and processes that don't add products value. Lean approaches uses multi-skilled workers with highly flexible machines to produce highly varied products. When a business finds an improved way to do things, helping them to improve profitability or reduce prices, what they are actually finding is ways to remove waste.